Hey fam, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel. In case you missed yesterday's video, which I suggest you pause now and go watch that video and get caught up. But just in case, letting you know I am doing Vlogoween for the 2018 for the month of October. That means if you're unfamiliar with Vlogoween, I will be doing daily videos with spooky kind of topics and some fun activities. So if you're into that sort of thing, stay tuned.
Mine is an evil laugh.
So yesterday's video I talked about the different psychic abilities, and today we'll be talking about the myths around psychics. Number one, this is not in any particular order by the way, but number one is all psychics can predict the future. This is called precognition. So for one thing, psychic is really an umbrella term. So a psychic is someone who has extrasensory perception, or ESP. That doesn't necessarily mean that all psychics have the same abilities, but including being able to predict the future or anything like that. A psychic is a conduit, regardless of what type of ability they have, which leads to number two, which is all psychics have the same abilities. Let's start by saying that, because I'm going to get into how I'm a medium. So not all psychics are mediums, and not all mediums are psychics in the generic or traditional sense of when you think of what a psychic is. So and we got into that really yesterday, which is why I suggest if you haven't watched yesterday's video that you pause now, go watch that video, and then come on back. So as I said, I am a medium, and that stands for spirit communication. I communicate with spirits, spirit guides, and angels. I don't have, and this goes back to number one, I am not a precog. I don't predict the future, and I don't see the past, which is retrocognition. I am not strongly claircognant. Claircognant is the word I'm looking for. I don't generally just know things, right? Like, I get some intuition and some hits and that, but it's not my strong suit. And any pre or retrocognants that I do get, I get from spirit. They are the ones who are sort of showing me or telling me these past or future events. Number three is going to probably rub some people the wrong way, and that's fair. Please be kind in the comments if you leave any, but it can be a little controversial depending on your spiritual beliefs and whatnot. But this third myth is that psychics are either witches or in league with the devil, or are getting their visions or getting their abilities rather from the devil. That their abilities are inherently evil. This is a myth. Some people will say, especially some religious types will say, only God should know the future. Let's try. I'm going to, as kindly as I can, sort of debunk this, if you will, by mentioning some prophets from the past, as in those who had a hand in writing the Bible, or writing that type of scripture. I'm not really sure what the term is. So we have some prophets, such as, I wrote down some some notes. So Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, and I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, who is said to have become the angel Metatron. So these are some people, Noah included, who were in contact either directly with God or angels, Jesus, what I refer to as sort of like just universal energy, right? So source energy. They were in contact with that other side, telling them what to write, or letting them know of a flood coming, those sorts of things, right? So you wouldn't think, you wouldn't see someone like Daniel and think, okay, well, he was in league with the devil, right? That his abilities were inherently evil. So that's really, because it is so touchy, that's really all I feel comfortable talking about in that regard of, bringing up past prophets and such. What I will also say is that these aren't magical powers, what psychics have. At least not in my opinion. I don't see how they're magic, to be honest. It's really just about being in tune with energy, right? And I don't feel like that. And energy isn't like a holy thing or an evil thing, like inherently. Energy just is. And to be in tune with that means you're just in tune with what is. And that it's not inherently good or bad. I think psychics are born with these abilities, or in some cases develop after a life or death situation. Some people, because we all have different personality types and different nature versus nurture and all that, so some people could use their abilities to do harm. Like you can have an empath who uses their abilities to manipulate others. But on the other side, you have people like me who choose to use their abilities for good. I want to help people, and that's the living and, the other side. So let's move on. The fourth and final myth I have for today is one that really kind of pisses me off, to be honest. And that is real psychics, okay? Real psychics should be 100% accurate 100% of the time, otherwise they're fake. This is absolutely ridiculous to me that anyone would have that way of thinking. For one thing, the future is fluid, okay? We have free will, whether you believe in, like as I said before, like a source energy like God, or not. You cannot believe in anything at all. We have free will. We get to choose moment to moment where we're going to go, what we're going to do, what we're going to say, all of that. And so the future can change, right? So if you have someone who has the ability, who is a precog, or like me, angel or spirit guide will tell me, will see what is most likely to occur on your current path, and we may not get the timing 100% right either, if we're able to really pin down a time frame at all, because messages like this, it's like I said before about being clairaudient. It's like tuning a radio, and it's not always gonna be super clear. It could be someone who wants to know if they're going to be, if they're going to meet their soulmate, right? We'll say soulmate. On their current path, we'll just say, for me, for example, as a medium, right? Not as a precog, but as a medium. So their angel will come in and say, on their current path, I don't see them meeting their soulmate. They're not in alignment to do so. But, and then so I can let them know, you're not on that path right now. They can say, oh, okay, so what can I do to change that? I can, either through coaching or spirit guide, angels, whatever, will say, here's what you need to do to course correct. If they take that action, they may end up meeting their soulmate, within 6 months, right? It depends on the choices you make, honestly. And if any psychic claims to be, either claims to be 100% accurate 100% of the time, that's a huge red flag. Do not go see them. Just get away from them. They're clearly fake. If a psychic tells you, oh, you're going to be, they sort of tell you a fairy tale, right? So they tell you what they think you want to hear. So, oh, you're going to be super successful, you're going to have all this money, you're going to meet the love of your life, and blah, 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 all this, crap. Again, get away from them. Nobody's life is perfect. It just isn't. It just isn't. They're going to be, that's our sort of lot in life. There are lessons to be learned, there are hurdles to go over. You don't always get what you want. It just is. And so if they try to if someone is trying to sell you this, just, get away from them. Alright guys, so that's all the mist I have for you for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because I will be doing videos every single day for the week of, or for the month of October, and so you don't want to miss out. I'm going to also plug my book a little bit. If you're interested in, again, my story, or learning a little bit more about the paranormal, I do have a book, Paranormal 101, a book for the haunted. I'll leave a link below, and if you want to check that out. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.